Hey guys, Bulldog here. News is out. We have another update today, and I thought that as I go through the process of updating, I would show you guys my basic workflow that basically get me from having problems or any complications. 98% of the time. And if this can help one person avoid aggravation, then it'll be worth it. Um, Pretty simple and straightforward. I think a lot of it just has to do with workflow and remembering uh, what I kind of started calling update protocols. So you're going to get notified of an update, either one that you open your game and you start uh, that you're going to play unaware that there's an update. And of course, you'll get the when it checks for updates, you will get the little pop-up box that says update and so forth. When that appears, now of course you can say later or so forth, or decide not to do it and move on. But if you do decide to update and you are running mods through your JSGME, then of course you should do as much as you can to make sure everything is clear and back to the original format as it possibly can be. So for me, there's a couple processes that I take. Since how I know that there's an update pending, one, I can go through my Windows menu, go down to Eagle Dynamics, Open Beta, Update DCS World. There you see, there's the update. Um, at this point, you always want to pause and you want to say, do I have any mods running? Well, more than likely you do. So at this point, what you want to do is go into your mod section and clean it up. You can leave this window open, set it over here to the side or something, and go into your mod section. Here's mine right now. You can see I got a full list of mods. I do a lot of testing and messing around, making sure everything works. To make it easy to get back into this same format of whatever mod you're running, make sure you save them. By then, you can come over here to Task. You can save mod profile. Okay, you can navigate to wherever you've saved your mods. I run my JSGME as a standalone, just straight off of my C drive, and I have it named Mod Profiles. I run both 1.5 and 2.0 from the same location, so I pretty much make sure that I can identify what mod is what. These are different alignments, different setups that I have as I go through and test and so forth. Fortunately, you'll probably only have, maybe 2 to 4, something like that. You know, when we was running the Vietnam textures and so forth in that map, this was part of it. For the most part, these are what I'm running all the time. These are other test loads and stuff that I've done in the past that I continued to overwrite. Um, as I go along. So in this particular case, okay, this is pretty much, I think, my standard loadout that I have, and again, it's 1.5, so I'm just going to double check it, resave it, overwrite it if I have to, and now all these mods, okay, will be written and ready to go again. Go ahead and take them out. Hit the double arrow. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. At this particular time, and I favor this little maneuver to Cobra J. Give it a 10 count. Don't go to rushing. Don't go to clicking. Um, let everything have time to write. We can't see what's going on in the background. So give it a few seconds. Let your computer do its thing. And just to clear the screen, we'll get that out of the way. Bring this back into focus. And we're going to start our update now. We got all the mods deactivated. We're going to run our update. And we'll see how long this is going to take. If so, I'll just pause the video and go on as not to bore you to death with this. But like I said, if it helps one person, then it's worth it. Because it really doesn't need to be any aggravation. I mean, if you get into a workflow, you get into a system, then everything's just kind of automatic and it should run, fairly smoothly. So let's see what we got here. This isn't very big. Download looks kind of slow, though, for some reason, especially for me. Could be the time of day that I'm running this. So, anyways, I am going to just pause this. I imagine it won't be for more than a minute or whatever. And as soon as this update runs, I'll resume videoing, and we'll finish out this process. Be right back with you guys. Okay, guys, it really hasn't been that long, just a little over a minute or so. And as you can see, this thing is finishing up. And now it's going to unpack and do the actual update. So all files have been downloaded. Installing the new files, and there we go. There we have it. Update successfully updated to whatever version happens to be the flavor of the week, which is awesome. Even though this can kind of be a pain in the ass sometimes, these updates are good. They're good for the community. They're good for the planes that you're flying. Good for the maps that we have. Good for getting to the ultimate place of having everything put into one version of the game. So this is necessary evil, you might call it. But anyways, we're going to hit OK. And there we go. We have been updated. Now, not that it's really necessary or anything, but kind of what I like to do is I like to go ahead and start the game. So I have down here in my taskbar, I have 1.5. I'm going to go ahead and start it. And I'm starting this the first time out with no mods. Okay, I don't have any mods loaded. I don't have anything activated. Let's just go straight vanilla. Let's get this thing loaded up. Make sure we can at least get this far in the process without having any issues. Only takes a second. Okay. Double check your news. Basically what we just did here. And as we can see, here it is. We'll come investigate this later. But let's see if we got any mod problems. Okay, because if you have any mod problems, a lot of times this is where it's going to show its face. Okay, so I'm going to go back into my JSGME mods for 1.53. And you can see I got quite a list of mods here. Some are skins, some are object mods. Really, that's basically all we're running right now. No bigger files like the train DCS Vietnam mod and stuff. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to load my mod profile, and I'm just going to go back to my standard 1.5. I'm going to highlight it, click open, and here we go. To me, it doesn't get much simpler than this. As long as you go through the initial process of getting everything saved and put into order like you want and have it running and things like that. Um, it makes it pretty simple. Just a click of a mouse here and a click of a mouse there, and you're on your way. Again, I emphasize, especially when you're working through the JSGME, is, you know, give it a few seconds. Give it time to work. These computers are great, but as things stop, here on the face of things, okay, doesn't mean that your hard drive still ain't spinning like mad. So uh, give it a few extra seconds to work. Okay, kind of go through your list, reconfirm everything that's back in there. As you can see, basically, I just have English cockpit mods for 1.5. Of course, we got the ship stuff in there. I got a sound mod in for the Hueys and stuff, which is incredibly awesome, in my opinion. Some of the UAPOT water objects mods, the basics. Korea WW2, so we can do some certain things, without having the modern day firepower and stuff like that. All the stuff that we've been running lately. Other stuff that I've been working on is over here on the left hand side, and here's an English cockpit mod for 2000C that quit working update or two ago, but I leave it in there as a reference. It'll be getting pulled out sometime soon. Anyways, good time to, see what you got. Take time, see what you got. Let's get rid of it. Let's make sure that our game boots with our mods. And I have had some updates, where I reactivate my mods and my game won't even boot. And then at that time, it's basically a cancellation project where you go, 1 to 3, 4, 5 mods at a time that you might have running or whatever, and go until you can't load your game, and then you narrow it down to that one mod that won't allow the game to start or causes problems or so forth. Take it out, notify somebody, and probably within a short period of time, whatever, depending on how grave the problem is, they will have it updated and ready to go with the current version. So as long as everything runs through the JSGME, it keeps your game pretty much error free. Uh, another deal that I use since I have this up is sometimes I use this GUI kind of interface thing, which is kind of handy, and we got the link of that on the forums as well. Created by Skatezilla. It's kind of handy, and I actually run through this every once in a while. And if you don't want to go, digging through your start files and stuff, which basically has all the same things, but here it just gives you kind of a nice interface. You can always use this. If I hit update, it'll check. Of course, it's going to tell you that everything's up to date and everything's good to go. But a nice little utility that is good. So, anyways, that's it. We're up to date in 1.5 on this late Friday afternoon, and looks like I'm ready to roll. I'm going to go back in a couple of my planes, probably check out key bindings, see if anything was added. Last week for the Mirage, we got the drag sheet and things like that. Made it really nice. So every update has something in there that just makes it a little bit more exciting. But as for now, I believe that this concludes a little workflow, updating run through of basically how I manage things to keep myself from beating my head against the desk and tossing the computer monitor across the room. Saves me a lot of aggravation, guys. Hope this helped at least one of you. And I will see you in the skies. Talk to you later. Bulldog out.